Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 32, NASDAQ up 6, S&P's up 4, gold contract down 550, trading at $1,777 an ounce. Silver down 28 cents at $34.67 an ounce. Platinum $1,678 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.79 a pound. Light sweet crude down 77 cents, trading at $91.72 a barrel. Bonds up 4 ticks at $149.21. King dollar down 9 ticks, trading out at 79.81. Euro up 34 at 129.22, and the yen up 16, trading out at 78.15. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so your cash S&P, it's just about flat. We got down to a price point today of 1439. Got to a high of 1451. You're at 1448. Well, you did 493 million shares. That is short volume extraordinaire, folks. And what that's saying is that, you know what, that high of yesterday can get tested once again, which is the 1457. Because you try to pull into a lower low. You try to get below. It did get below yesterday's low by a point. No juice, and saying, okay, he wants to go try to hit this 1457 once more. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials set up just about the exact same way. What you have with the Dow, flat market, sideways market, down 32 bucks. It looks to me that Dow can go test at 13,598. And that's, by the way, both of those are on a short-term basis. These are complex ABC structures. They look like, to me, complex ABC structures on the way down. NASDAQ Composite. Composite a little bit different now, okay? What you have with the composite is this. The composite, we basically went sideways. You're up $6. We did 1.5 billion. Now, that's where the correlation comes. Like, okay, you push into the high, push into the low. Same type of setup, really. Complex ABC structure on the way down. If we look at the NDX 100, what you have is that the NDX 100, it did 31 million shares. Your B point on this is the 67.85 low that was generated on the 26th of September. Russell 2000, we go look at the IWM first. What you'll see with the Russell 2000 is this. Russell 2000, sideways move, no juice whatsoever. Meaning this was a sideways move, pushing into the high versus pushing into the low. Sideways move, though, basically. Did 25 million shares. The low that was generated out there on the 26th also, we did 42 million shares. Now, in that context, let's go over to Apple, because this is Apple's talking, walking, and squawking here, baby. Big time, too. And this is what it is. So, what you had yesterday is this. Yesterday, Apple's coming down with 19 million. Today, it does 22 million. 22 million gets to a price point of 650, closes out at 661. What does it also do? Gets into the swing point of 656. Breaks it. Now, it broke that swing, folks, from the 12th of September, and it did do it at lighter volume. But you know what Apple's done? It's hanging right there. Apple wants to jump the creek, and, got to 650 today. The first area that, had some decent support was 644, but it looks to me like Apple's want to jump the creek down there somewhere about 619. That's the way that's set up right now. It came down. You had the acceleration of volume on the way down. You broke the smaller swing point, which was from last week. This thing is accelerating down, and it's close to losing it. Let's put it that way. But it's going to take longer. Why? Because each and every time, the bottom line is that you get buyers coming in there, and they're basically the bulls and the bears. That's the bottom line. That's what it comes down to. Some of the high volume stocks in a low volume market. We had the Sprint Nextel was down 28 cents. We had MCS, Metro PC MCS, that was up 264. And that was interesting because that took off intraday when Steve and I were doing the morning show. What that was all about was the Deutsche Bank is looking, Deutsche Telekom actually, is looking to come after them. Microsoft is up 17 cents. You had Facebook up 28. Gold contract. Now let's go over to gold. Now, so this is what we had with gold out here today. Gold contract. Gold contract does, come on, baby, GCZ2. Okay, so the gold contract does 100,000 contracts. That's not enough, not even close. Okay, so we did 100,000 contracts. So now what you have is that you closed out this session 1777.90, which still isn't bad, by the way, because at 1777.90, it's still over the high volume day of the 13th. You know, it has no juice up here, but the longer it does stay up here, the longer it's saying, hey, it can spike. Bonds, the bond market, what we had with bonds out here today, not enough juice going topside. It does want to go after. So the 30-year bond right now, folks, is 149.26. The high of last Friday was 150.09 with 400,000 contracts. That wants to go after that level. If you get more than 400,000 contracts at the 150.09, it's an ABC structure in the way up with a price point, price projection of 156. Now, this is the one you want to watch whether you're a bull or a bear. The reason being is this, is that more than likely this is going to either make it or break it first, meaning giving you a hint about what the market wants to do. Because if we break the 150.09 and it has the volume, bonds want to go topside. If bonds go topside once again, market goes downtown. Correlation is a direct correlation. Euro. Let's go take a look. Well, let's take a look at the dollar first. Dollar out here. What we did today, rejects lower price, had lighter volume. She's setting up a small ABC up, and you know we still haven't had the wide price spread. What the dollar did today, folks, is that got down to a low of 79.55. We did 15,000 contracts. The 15,000 contracts are going into 22,000 at rejected lower price. You know, we'll see if and when the wide price spread with accelerated volume come in here. It looks to me that he's setting up. You've had 4 days of sideways movement right now. We'll see whether she can get some juice and get it on up to the 81.39 level. Let's go to Bruce in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey, Bruce, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I heard you, a caller called in the last couple of weeks about Excel Maritime or dry ships, and I was curious about if you, what you think this might. I'm trying to see if I get an EXM around maybe 50 cents, but on the lighter volume, you're saying only to be touching it.
Okay, so let's take a look at EXM first. EXM, folks, is Excel Maritime Carriers. They own, operate dry bulk carrier vessels. The low is 40 cents. The high is $3.30 this year. And, you know, with this one here, just take your time. You know, let it come back in. It's going to come back into that, it'll come back into what? Let's see. That's 46 cents where it broke out from. Let me put this back on a weekly for a second. Yeah, no, let it come back in there for sure. If we go over to Dry Ships, DRYS, we take a look at Dry Ships. Dry Ships is trading out at 230. This baby can get down to $2. And let me just, EGLE, let me just go look at the Eagle out here. So, Eagle bulk shipping is at 353, and that can get into about 314. You got to be really, let these babies come back, okay? This is where a huge problem is setting up, folks, and this is what it is. Let me bring you to a couple stocks. If you go over to Southern Copper, Southern Copper looks to me like it's just set up an ABC structure on the way down, okay? And so has Freeport McMoran Copper and Gold. And if, in fact, they are ABC structures on the way down, you're going to see commodities get hit big because these are the two largest copper producers in the world. Cooking, brother.
All right, thanks.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. It's Tom O'Brien. It's TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.